Hi folks, welcome back to the Horde. A couple of videos back to back. I don't like to make them that long. I haven't gotten this whole editing thing down pat yet. So anyway, still about 40 degrees, about 20 after 2. Still the 17th, still Sunday. And look, my battery's just flipped back to charged. Yeah, the sun's going in and out today, so the charge controller handles all this stuff automatically. Anyway, today was opening day for the flea market, so I took a run out there. This flea market is not all that far from, what is that called, Sandy Hook, Sandy Point, Sandy, you know, unfortunately where that guy shot up all those kids and teachers and all. So that was the topic of discussion. You know, just a very, very sad thing. There were a couple of people there who you know, lost loved ones or knew folks that lost loved ones, and that's just a horrible, horrible, sad thing. You know, we have a free society and we have the Second Amendment, which means we have the right to bear arms. But you know, somehow or another, those folks had the right to live. You know, I don't know how one, you know, gets it so that crazy people can't get guns and sane people do. I'll tell you, I bought my shotgun when we had a power out situation here. We were out for about 5 days, and I had a generator running in the driveway right by the doors over there. Lower driveway, and the generator's running, and I had a German Shepherd dog at the time, great dog, Yoga. She came with the house. I bought the house, I bought the dog with the house, and she loved me, I loved that dog. Anyway, so generator's running, I'm inside shaving at the time, and suddenly I hear the generator, you know, winding down like it was shut down, and I heard the dog yelp. So I'm like, this is strange. So I go downstairs and I'm opening the door to go out to the basement, out to the garage, between the garage and the basement, and there's a guy bent over my generator. So I didn't own a gun at the time. I do now, a few of them, but at the time I didn't own a gun, so I can't go back in and get my gun because I don't have one. So I take a fire extinguisher off the wall and I come up behind him, and he was an older guy. You know, I'd say 55, 60. I mean, not that that's old, but to pick up a generator and put it in the back of a white Cavalier, whose license number I wrote down, and drive away with it, he was a little old to do that by himself. But anyway, he's bent over the generator, he's got his trunk open, and I told him to freeze, and don't turn around, to leave the generator be, and to get in his car and to leave. And he says, oh, I'm one of your neighbors and I was just shutting it down. The noise was bothering me. I'm like, yo, I'm far enough away from everybody and I know my neighbors and you ain't one of them. So if you know what's wise, I'm going to give you one chance to get in your car and to go. By the time I had gotten out, my dog at this point was becoming aggressive with him. The German Shepherd dog was becoming aggressive. So I think at that point he felt like he didn't want to take on the two of us. So he got in his car and he left. Now, the whole thing would have been much more effective, obviously. Right after that I bought a pump action shotgun, where if I would have opened the door and ratcheted the gun, right, at that point and just said, don't bother turning around, just get in your car, you know, don't even speak to me, just leave. I think that would have even been more effective, especially once again if it was loaded with, you know, buckshot, and you know, he would have known better than to come toward me. Unfortunately, being in New York, I got to let him walk into the garage and actually come at me before I could shoot him. Because if you shoot him out in the driveway, the assumption is that you shouldn't have done that. But welcome to New York. There are pluses and there are minuses. Anyway, so today was opening day at the flea market. So what did I buy? I bought this clock. It's a seiko. And these people, I don't know, dance or do something. I mean, it looks fancy. I think that's fake wood. That's plastic. It's not glass. So it's pretty cool. Hopefully it works. Gave the guy 20 bucks for it. So I really just liked it, so I bought it. The guy didn't know much about it, so it is what it is. Once again, for 20 bucks, hopefully it works. If it doesn't, I got screwed hard because that was a big waste of 20 bucks. You guys should recognize the trays from last year. Now, what I did was I bought basically everything in the tray, minus the light bulbs. Ignore them too. They're from last year. I know, I got so much crap I don't even unload my cars anymore. So I bought everything in the tray for basically $1 or $2 each, and everything I got in this tray was 15. So Stanley knife, Craftsman, 1/2 inch, older model. I like that kind. I just happen to like this type. So channel lock, vice grip, whatever, vice grip actually. That has some kind of writing on it. I don't know, could you guys see it? I'm always buying these. I got a bunch of them, but I keep buying them. They're very handy. Taps. This was $1. Eckhart. I think it's an Eckhart. Yeah, Elkane. But just, I like American made stuff. This is junk. But it was $5, 6 to 19 every size. So $5. This was separate. This was I gave him $6 for that. DeWalt. I like that kind. And this is a brand name too. Krager. My camera action's lousy today, I'm sorry. And a bunch of Allen keys. So basically everything but this was 15 bucks. And now things I didn't buy. I normally like those fireman lights, yellow lights and all that, you know, the strobe type. And the guy had a cool one, but I'm trying to slow down my accumulation of crap, so excuse the mess. Anyway, then I gave him 10 bucks for everything in this box. So I don't know why I bought another soldering iron. I'm always buying these things. I use them a lot, various projects, so I got that. Stanley. I like little tapes. I like little old tapes. I don't know why. Wood burner. Where am I? Am I showing you or am I not? Yeah, there we are. A couple of pairs of pliers. They look to like good ones, but they don't say anything on them. So they might not be as good as I thought they were. I already told you guys I have a light bulb fetish. This is Kmart, 96 cents for 2 D batteries and more light bulbs. Those are the pushing kind. And it came with solder. And more tips. And receipts are always fun. Radio Shack, New Britain, Connecticut, and the date is 2001. How's that for a timepiece? An adapter somebody cut the end off of, and extension cord nobody should really use. So, and I got a battery cable. Also, I have a solar project in mind, so I'm trying to collect up some battery cables wherever possible. So I spent, this was 10, and 20 is 30, and 15 is 45. Boy, for trying to behave myself. Oh, and then another 6 for those treats over there in that bag. For trying to behave myself, I still spent over $50. You know, I'm never going to be able to afford that plasma cutter if I keep this up. All right, folks, live, love, and have a great time. We'll catch you at the next episode of The Horde. And remember, save up your money. Buy yourself a nice plasma cutter. Take care now.